And so it begins in the heart to say, Jesus is number one. And so Mary, her response is not, how little can I give in worship? Here Jesus has raised her brother, and she doesn't come and say, okay, I'll send Jesus a thank you note. Thanks for raising my brother from the dead. No. She goes and takes something very precious, an oil of richness that came from India that had to be imported, that was extremely costly. And she didn't take it and say, all right, I'm going to allocate 10% of this ointment and give it to Jesus. That's my tithe. The rest I'm keeping. She pours it all on his feet. Judas says it could have been sold for 300 denarii. That's approximately 1 year's salary for the average working person in that day. In case you want to think about that, I looked up the median income of Minnesota in 2016. It's $58,476. So if you want an idea of the gift that she is pouring out on Jesus, just think $58,000. Now, if you came today with some perfume that cost about $60,000, and you were to come and pour it out, which one of us would respond like Judas? Woo, man, that could have fed a lot of poor people. That could have fed me. That could have done a lot of good for the church. We could have done a lot of things in the community. We could have put on a block party. What does Jesus say? Don't put her down. Why? Because generosity is costly. And so a $60,000 gift to Jesus out of worship of her heart is what God had led her to do. It not only cost her her money, it cost her her image. She humbled herself, knelt in Jesus. She broke cultural code. She knelt, she let her hair down, and it says she washed his feet with her hair as she poured it. Other Gospels talk about her pouring it on his head. So it wasn't just his feet. She anointed him, and the aroma, it says, filled the room. Generosity, it smells sweet. It's a beautiful smell. Warren Wiersbe said it this way: when she came to the feet of Jesus, Mary took the place of a slave. When she undid her hair, something Jewish women didn't do in public, she humbled herself and laid her glory at his feet. Of course, she was misunderstood and criticized. Now listen, love the way he says this. But that is what usually happens when somebody gives his or her best to the Lord. There's criticism. Many times.